Welcome to Building Executive Weekend 2018. We want to thank you for coming out here tonight.
I appreciate you for having me.
And no problem. For people that don't know who you are, go ahead and tell them your name, all about your businesses, and everything that you have going on.
Okay, well, I'm Ink by Cali. I'm a tattoo artist. I'm a philanthropist. I'm a visual artist. I'm a graphic artist. I'm a manager. I'm a millennial. Everything kind of summed up.
Okay, all right. So now with you naming all the things that you do, how do you manage everything that you have going on a time schedule?
Well, at first, tattooing was the very first thing that I kind of pursued. So as that kind of got going, I would literally tattoo all day it's what I asked for. So I would get to that point where I would tattoo all day. Then I kind of started structuring my schedule so I would only tattoo 1 or 2 times a day, and now I'm to the point where I might do like 1 tattoo a day based off my clientele. And that gives me the time to pursue the other things I need to do as far as things for my nonprofit organization, meetings that I might have to go to, events that I might have to be at for my artists. It's just kind of I just kind of like to manage my time, and I try to do my tattoos early in the day. So I might start my tattoos at 8, 9 in the morning, so I can be done by 12. By the time I'm done by 12, I got the rest of the day to kind of do whatever I want. And in the entertainment industry, things don't start off that early anyway, so it kind of works out in my favor.
And with you juggling all of these things you have going on, what was one of your biggest fears about being a serial entrepreneur?
I don't think I ever had a fear. I'm not one of those people that need to see things happening before they actually happen. I've always been one of those people that actually create.
So now, earlier, you talked about failure. One thing that most people don't like to do when they come starting a business, they feel failure, so they won't do it. So what are some things that you failed at when you first started your business, and how did you overcome those steps?
Tattooing was one of them. I would get to the point where it's tattoos I couldn't do. I would tattoo some people, they might not like the work, come back into me. I think that was a failure. Also trying to learn how to manage clients, taking deposits, trying to stay on schedule, not overbooking clients. Honestly, there's a lot of stepping stones that I actually went through to kind of get those things going. As far as management, it's a process. So I was managed before, so I kind of know, it kind of helps me out because I know the things that I didn't want done. And I know how I would have wanted to be treated, and how I would have wanted to be respected and be represented when I'm out here. As far as a nonprofit, I'm kind of hands-on with everything, so I kind of just go in and do everything myself. The biggest things that I do have or deal with would be things with the community, might be deal with law enforcement, might be stopping us from doing some of the things, but I learned my laws, so we're doing the things with the parks. I know the park and regulation laws. Like I said, I just roll with the punches, so I don't know everything. I'm a student. I heard someone say earlier about listening to understand. That's one of the biggest things I'm on. I think a lot of people, they listen to respond versus listening to understand, and that's kind of one of the biggest things I'm on now, talking less and listening more.
All right, cool. So now you talked about deposits. Now when it comes to business, one of the hardest things that people face is asking the person for money or actually establishing the value that you have for your product or services. So how did you go about establishing your value?
Really the content. I think with social media for one, social media is perception. So honestly, know your clientele, and what you put out is what you get back. And it kind of goes full circle. So as far as the work that I put out as far as tattoos, I do photorealistic work. So that's the work that people come to me for. So it's like when they reach out to me, they already know what's going on, and then I let people know about value on my time. So when you book me, what's set on that? And then I want to show me how serious you are. You would need to pay a deposit to lock that in. My deposits are non-refundable. Okay. I let people know that ahead of time. That's kind of it's just the value. So it's like what you put out. So it's like the work, the quality. Whatever you want somebody to buy it, sell it. Sell it like you're selling it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Give people the same quality of materials or whatever you're selling. Give it to them as if you would want to buy it yourself.
So was there a time where you didn't charge a deposit when you first started off?
Yeah, definitely. I would take walk-ins at the shop. Then it got to the point where I had to start paying booth rent. Like, man, how I'm gonna do this? I might get to the point where I might pull up to the shop and people might tell me they're coming to get tatted and they never come. I text them, call them, they don't respond. It's a great area because I'm not out and wasting my time coming up here.
Right.
So I got to the point where I started marketing and promoting myself to make people respect what's going on. So like when they want to, now people ask me, how do I pay my deposit? They ask me versus me having to ask them a lot of times.
Right.
Sometimes people I still have to mention it to them. So once they tell me when they want to book it, tell me today, I tell them it's available. Cool, how do you want to pay your deposit? I give them, every source of how you can pay your deposit.
So now with you having a business that is for profit doing tattooing and then also having your nonprofit, how do you go about separating the different business plans about keeping both of those up and running?
Through my page, everything that I do on my page I run like through me. So as far as management, as far as my nonprofit, as far as art, those are all run through me. So when you see me, that's what, I'm a representation of those things. So I think it's kind of easier for me to manage those things. As far as separating the finances, it's different business accounts for each one. So Hug Life Cares has its own account. Ink by Cali has its own account. I have my own account. I put myself on payroll. You know what I'm saying? So I can manage my funds better. Keep things separated that way. Like I said, as far as management, like I said, I'm kind of still new into that. So I'm still learning and building with that. So it's all a process of a learning experience.
So if there's anything that you learned thus far, how would you change it?
Letting people work with me. I think that's one of the biggest things because I do everything myself. So putting the trust in someone else's hands, that's big for me.
All right, cool. So now, if people did want to get in contact with you, how would they reach you on social media or website?
You can reach me on social media at Ink by Cali with a K. Facebook, same thing. My nonprofit, you can go to huglifecares.org.
All right, thanks for coming out. We appreciate your time, bro.
All right, thanks.